What is the present tuition here at NYU?
At the moment, it's $1,800.
$1,800, and it's going to be raised to what?
$1,900 next year, and then you have to add $100 for student services fee, which brings it to $2,000, and then the year after that, another $100, which brings it to $2,100.
And this is solely for tuition. It has nothing to do with living expenses, lab.
Well, they're also hiking the prices in the dormitories for rent and for food 5 to 6%.
Joey, what kind of a stand has the student council taken on this?
Well, I believe the student councils, though they have not met officially, the leaders of the student councils are backing us all the way. They feel that this is what we must do. This is affecting our lives very closely. This is our education. This is why we're here. And this is going to drive people away who desire an education. And this is not right.
Well, do you believe that $2,000 a year is a little too much for a student to be paying at this time?
Well, I think this is one of the highest tuition rates in the country at this moment. $2,000 is a great deal of money, and next year will be, or the year after will be $2,100, which is certainly one of the top prices you can pay for an education. Now, granted, it's a valuable commodity, but there's a limit to what you can pay.
Do you believe the school's cries of poverty?
Well, the school's economics, there's a capital fund and an operating fund, and they're wealthy in the capital division, but they need more money for operating. This is something that they must work on with the alumni. They need alumni help to get operating expense money.
And you just assume that they not operate on you?
Well, I think they're operating, all right on us now at $1,800 a year. They keep raising it, there'll be no end. It's like a cancer. They have to find the real cause, which is getting more money from the alumni. Getting it out of us is like giving someone with cancer something to make them feel better. It doesn't solve the problem. It just keeps going.
I think there's another point that could be...
Do you believe in their point of view that the hike should not happen?
No, not really. The hike possibly has to happen. It's inevitable. We're in inflation now. I think we should all realize it. I think that the costs are going up. They're planning a better education for us. I don't know, but I'm sure that this is what they're considering. I think that we have to look at this. I am against the tuition raise if it's not necessary at this time, because all costs and everything else are very high. If it's necessary, we'll just have to submit to it, that's all. But the main point is, if this is not the way to stop it, let's look into it, and let's try to check it and question it, but not in this manner where we boycott and we're referred to as another Berkeley-type campus.
In other words, you are opposed right down the line to the boycott, to their leaders, and you're supporting the administration all the way through.
Yes, if it means to be against this boycott, then yes, and especially with the knowledge that most of these boycotters really are not not people in the mainstream of thought and don't represent a majority of the students at NYU. And in fact, if you were to check the leaders, you'd find out that most of the leaders are on scholarship.
Well, why do you say that this is not true?
Because first of all, there were 800 kids overflowing the auditorium yesterday, and 800 kids wouldn't show up like that. And let's say not all of them supported wholly, or as the leaders supported. But I know, I just talking to anybody, most of them support it. Not every detail. Nobody ever supports every detail of every cause.
But there's so many people laughing at this. You see, there's never really been any one campaign that the students of NYU have been able to enter into. This has been a strong campaign against the university. This is the first one, an organized one. It's one that's been planned for a while, I'm sure. And people are just going along to see. They're curious. Some of them are laughing at it. In fact, there was a big issue blown up the other day about someone burning their birth class card. I happen to know because it's one of my fraternity brothers, and this boy was laughing at it. He was doing it for a joke, and here they blew it up as being representative of the entire campus.